Here we go again, another property tour. Today we are out here at Mesa del Sol. This is a master plan community. There's a lot of amenities that are being started up just right across the street. On the other side of these houses, on this side, there's gonna be Netflix and a bunch of commercial spots. So you have access to like little stores in there, restaurants, all that beautiful stuff. And it's all right here in this little tight-knit community. There is a couple different builders out here, but today we are gonna be looking at Pulte homes. We're gonna be looking at this model home right here. This is actually the Tifton Walk. Okay, now this is a starting price point of $412,990. It's a 1,968 square foot property. Obviously it's one story, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a 2-car garage. Now you do have an option for a 4th bedroom, a half bath, and also a courtyard for this one. You can see there is a courtyard in the front. That will be optional. Now this has multiple different elevations that you can work with. As you can see now, this elevation has the stack stone, and it actually has the ranch style roofing. Okay, this one actually has a shingled roof. There are other options where you have a tiled roof similar to this one, or your Southwest with your Spanish tiles. Okay, so do keep that in mind. Of course, different elevations are going to be different costs, right? And they are going to be more of upgrades. I believe that the Southwest style is going to be their base elevation. Okay, so let's go and jump on in. I got to get over this fence really quick. So give me just a quick second here. I do like the little courtyard though, especially with the way that this whole park is kind of set up, right? You got kids, really cool for you to just hang out in the front yard and actually see what your kids are doing. So here's a quick little view of what you would be doing if you had your courtyard here. Oh, I love that bench. I think that's a question to ask, is does that bench come with your courtyard? And looking here, looks like we have irrigation set up right here, and you actually have your 2 cleanouts in the concrete. The only thing that finds an issue with me on the cleanouts being in concrete is if for whatever reason, if there's roots growing in this little area, you're gonna have to break through the concrete to get that fixed. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now walking up, we have our 8-foot 4-panel designer door with a black finish. Now this is a smart home, so they do have the touch keypad entry, and that is of course going to be an upgrade. Now they do have an option to where you can hook it all up and everything is interactive with the internet, and you can hook it up to your phone and everything gets functioning through that. But again, it's going to be a cost, an upgrade. Now this is going to be one of your first bedrooms that you walk into. Not too bad of a feel. I don't see a cap in here for the fixtures, so that would be an extra cost, of course, if you wanted a fixture in here, ceiling fan. Up here, we're gonna have a return air, so that's gonna be good for energy efficiency. And of course, in the hallway, we're gonna have another return air. And in here, we have cultured marble for the bathroom on the countertops. Okay, we're gonna have, sorry, that was gonna be 12 by 4-inch tiles. And it only goes up to the little bit right there. Sorry, went a little crazy on the camera. We're gonna have black finishes on majority of the door handles and the fixtures. And now, I believe that the brushed nickel is gonna be standard in Pulte homes, okay? So that's gonna be an upgrade, so keep that in mind. Coming into this other bedroom, we have another return air up in this room. Again, keeping those energy costs down, which is always a plus, especially in today's world with inflation coming. Everything is getting expensive. So you're gonna have your Ethernet and cable hookups for every room. So do keep that in mind, that is a standard. Over here, we actually have ADT. Now, of course, if you are familiar with ADT, sometimes you have just the local alarm. And when they say that, it just sounds off in the neighborhood. It doesn't actually contact anybody like the fire, police department, anyone like that. It doesn't contact them. Now, if you have it hooked up properly through ADT, yes, that's what they'll call you and they make sure, hey, they check on you. Are you doing okay? All that good stuff. Now, this room is being used as a printing room, but normally this would be your utility room, okay? That's gonna be your washer box for your washer, clean out for the washer, and of course you are gonna have your gas and electric hookups for the dryer. So you have options to pick from. Right in this area, you're gonna have 2 transfer and return airs. And you see these vents? Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. See the vent through there? That's actually just another transfer. And of course they feed into these 2 items here up top, your return airs, so that it keeps those energy efficiencies down. So the air from in here, when it's blowing the air conditioning or heating through this vent up top. Sorry, trying to get you to see that. This is pretty much like a pass through, okay? It's just a vent that passes the air through and through here and then feeds back into this so that the system will shut itself down and not work too hard. Now, of course, we're starting off with these 12 by 24 tiles, okay? Standard is actually gonna be 12 by 12 and then carpet in the bedrooms, okay? You're gonna have 5-inch baseboards on the sides. Take a look at that. That's your crown molding on the edges. You're gonna have rounded with orange peel texture on the walls. Now, let's take a step back. Let's do this one more time because I want you guys to really get a good look of what we're dealing with. That false ceiling, actually, I don't know if you saw it on this as well. One more time, let's take a look. They have the accent woods going all the way across on the top here with the recessed LED lighting. And of course you have your beveled ceiling, which just makes it look really, really classy, really good. And of course, when you start walking into the kitchen, you see the false ceiling there with the wood accents and the LED strip going around. Man, that looks so clean. All right, we got a granite countertop island right there. That island is actually 8.5 feet by 4 feet. Granite is the standard. Now, if you did want quartz, that is gonna be an option and an upgrade. Backsplash, look at these little tiles. That is very meticulous work for this backsplash. Look at that. Whew. Could you imagine? Probably take you more than a couple days to get that done, right? It's a lot of work going in there. Now you do have your single basin undermount sink, okay, with black finishes. Okay, you're gonna have your garbage disposal in there as well. These are not soft closing cabinets. I believe that is gonna be the standard. If you are gonna want the soft closing cabinets, that's gonna be an upgrade, okay? This is gonna be your pantry. Nice. A lot of space to work with considering we only have 1,800 square feet. They're gonna be 42-inch cabinets with a 4-inch crown at the top. Let's take a look at that from the depths. That looks really sweet. I love the contrast, black and white, makes it really pop. Now this is an upgraded kitchen, okay? This is an upgraded kitchen. You are actually going to have, if this was standard, you wouldn't have just the stove top, right? You would have a full insert for your stove and oven, and then your microwave would be mounted up top, okay? So this whole setup that you see right here is a complete upgrade. All right, this is gonna be your oven with microwave on top. Okay, good finish there. Now your living room over here is gonna have 12 by 24 tiles in the middle and then 12 by 12 on the sides. Now I don't know if they came like that or if they purposely cut them that way, right? Just to make it fit on the design that they have going there. They also have the speakers set up for your surround sound. That's obviously gonna be another additional cost, okay? So keep that in mind. This is a gas fireplace. There's your key right there. I do love this floor plan because it's really open. Everything's kind of real interactive with each other. Looks like you can definitely have people in every room but still be together at the same time. Now this dining room, I just love the way it's staged and how bright it is. And of course, with that beveled ceiling, man, it just makes it look really good. And of course, when you see the outside like that, you got your grill. Now that grill, we'll talk about that in just a bit. But I do love the 2 access points to get to your backyard. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the owner's suite really fast. Check that out so we can get you to the backyard. Man, that's the thing about Pulte homes. Really, really bright, big windows in the owner's suite, which I really dig. I like the more natural light. I mean, my wife might say other words, right? She might want a darker room, sleep it out. This fixture obviously is gonna be a huge upgrade. That's not gonna come standard, okay? So do keep that in mind when you're looking at these ones. Now this model home will probably be selling higher than their starting point of $412,000. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at the model home to purchase, okay? It probably wouldn't be ready for purchase until everything else sells, but just keep that in mind. Now looking at this, again, cultured marble in the bathrooms, okay? And that's just for the countertops. Now, you saw the other floor plans. Some of them come with a vanity setup to where a chair can slide in, but that's gonna be on a bigger floor plan. I do love the double hinge door. Okay, swings either way, in or out. No braking, nothing like that. You have 12 by 24 in the middle, then you have 12 by 12 on the outside. You got your soapbox, and the tile goes actually all the way up to the ceiling. And of course you have your overhead shower. So I like that. You have your 2 options to pick from, right? Depending on what you're working with, how you feeling. Of course you have your tile mud pan. Do dig that. And of course everything kind of stays in here. So that's a good workmanship there, good craftsmanship. Now, when we're coming in here, you got a water closet. Okay, not too bad. And then your walk-in closet, which is not too bad. Pretty decent space for 1,800 square feet, you know? Some people have a lot less room to work with, that's for sure. Now up here is gonna be pretty much your hookup for the alarm, the Wi-Fi, all that good stuff right there. So everything does circulate through the house for the Ethernet and cable, right? And then ADT is hooked up there, so it'll have its backup batteries in that box that you saw. Now let's go ahead and head outside. These are actually 8-foot doors. So they got more than enough space to walk through. And they're sliding doors, but you do have an option to change it and make it like a French style door, but of course it'll be a little bit bigger. So this is not gonna come standard. This is a major upgrade. I've spoke with numerous Pulte sales consultants, and they all say that the built-in grills are pretty much a high cost compared to everything else that you're gonna get done in the property. So sometimes it's better to have this done outside of closing and not include it into your design plan. One thing you got to keep in mind here is when you're doing your design plan, you have up to 20% of the sales price to spend. If you spend more than 20% of your sales price in the design center, they're going to require an additional deposit, and it's going to be half of what you went over. So if you went over by 10 grand, you're going to owe them 5 grand up front. Okay. Now we do have a gas line that's capped right here, popping out. That's going to be obviously for another grill if you wanted, or it could be a line that you could possibly run into the ground and get a fire pit set up, potentially, right? I've seen them where they do have them like in this section area. I love the landscaping with this one, especially with the big rocks. On this side, you're going to have a couple runoffs and electricity outlets, and you also have your gas line on this side with electricity coming in from the ground. Now, this split will not be here. This is for the sales consultants in their office. So that will not come with it. Of course, you're gonna have your cable and aux. There you go. And then of course your pest defense, can't forget that. That's always a standard on Pulte homes, is gonna be the pest defense. Now, when we get on this other side, you're gonna actually have your refrigerated air unit. Now, one thing I want you to notice is with this elevation, you see these pop outs here, right? This is with a specific elevation. This is gonna be elevation, I believe it's either B or C, because of the front had the stack stone with the pop out on top. So it's gonna be one of these elevations, but I think it's gonna be B because it has the shingled roof instead of the tiled roof, okay? So that's your different elevation types there. See, I like that. It makes it really pop. And of course, this right here is your exhaust for the fireplace, the gas fireplace, and this is going to be your AC unit. So just keep that in mind whenever you do come out here to Mesa del Sol. If you ever have any questions, you can always, of course, call myself, 505-363-7926. My name is Joshua Guevara. I'm an associate broker here in Albuquerque, New Mexico with the M Real Estate Group. You can also reach me at joshua@mregrp.com. And this is, again, Mesa del Sol with Pulte Homes. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and have a good day.